just me wondering if this stuff is happening to anybody else lately. I started noticing this stuff like back in June. Oh, it says it's going off. I noticed this stuff back in June that people are like super aggressive. Always when I meet people, they treat me with respect. They're thoughtful. They're kind. They give me my space, all that stuff. That always happens. It's never really been an issue. I've maybe had like an issue maybe once every few years. That kind of is, very rare. But lately I've been noticing some very strange things. I'm not dressing any different. I don't look any different. Nothing's different. So first, one of the incidents, I'm like driving down the feeder road to get to my destination, and I have this, it looks to be a 20-year-old, like almost causing car accidents, waving to me, telling me to pull over. I'm like, whose kid is that? Then he starts like making weird gestures and then saying like, give me your phone number. I'm like, wait, what? Oh, I was thinking like, whose kid? Like, is that a child in distress? Is that a new driver on the road? It looked like a young guy. So of course I stopped looking over and I just kept driving. I've been followed through the stores way more than usual, and these people aren't even trying to pretend like they're not following. Just like a lot of aggression. I had a man ask me for my phone number at Walmart, and I said no, and he began to like freak out on me. I literally had to go back into the store and like wait for the longest for the coast to clear, because I was like, oh no, I'm not about to be walking to my car with this guy going off. Oh no. Like, I mean, you hear stories on the news of these guys getting crazy, but I'm like, oh, those are just, sensationalized rare occurrences. Do you guys remember the Care Bears movie from like the 80s where it was like a summer camp or something, and then they like did something to the kids, and they all started jumping over trash cans and vandalizing and laughing, ha ha ha. They went from like nice sweet kids to like they turned into like bad kids. What happened? It's giving me that kind of a vibe. Has anybody else noticed it? And yes, it is Mercury retrograde. Yes, yesterday was a full moon. Yes, all of that is true. But I've just noticed people just, and there's been so many more incidents that I don't even want to say. I've had people like attempt to break in. I just had like a lot of strange occurrences. And I'm like, is this just what goes on now in the United States? Is this just what it is now? Because it's like, I'm just thrown through a loop. Oh, and then the big one. Well, to me, it's big. All of these men keep coming up to me, asking to take me on a date, saying, I'm a pastor. I'd love to take you out. I'm a pastor. I'd love to take you out sometime. I don't recall a man walking up to me saying, I'm a lawyer, let me take you out sometime. Or a man coming up, I'm an RN, I want to take you out. I'm a doctor, let me take you out sometime. I work at the pharmacy, let me take you out sometime. I work at McDonald's, let me take you out sometime. I find it strange that the pickup line is, I'm a pastor. I find that strange. I don't walk up to people and say, I'm a tarot card reader. Let's go out sometime. I'm a tarot card reader. Can I have some fries with that shake? Like, that's weird. I mean, this has happened to me throughout the years, but like 5, 6, 7 in 1 week. That's like a lot of pastors hitting on me. And I don't even think they're hitting on, I think that these are just like, I'm sure that they are really pastors. I believe that. Out of anything, I believe that. But I don't think that they just felt an overwhelming feeling to ask me on a date. I feel like they're asking everybody on dates. And I find it strange. and I've said this before. You guys have heard me say this over the years. If you see a woman with an adult special needs child and a toddler, and you cannot control yourself, you've got to go up to her, you've got to flirt, you've got to hit on her, I feel like that the person is wanting the children. That's just my personal opinion. What man in his right mind goes, she's got a lot on her plate. I know she's got a lot of stress on her plate. I know she's going through, like, look at what she's got going on. That's the one I want right there. No. I think that's a targeted thing, and I know other women will say, no, Jamie, I've got kids, and men do that to me. You better watch out. I firmly believe that men who go out of their way to flirt with, to ask out women with children, especially women with special needs children, I don't think that they're, I don't think that it's just like, oh, let's just see. Because everybody knows what that comes with. A woman with a special needs child probably won't have a lot of time available. People know that. And any mother, period, but especially special needs, especially severely special needs, nonverbal, mobility issues, which is all visible. This is not something that they would not know. There are a lot of, autistic and special needs that do not look special needs at all. You would never know. But in our case, it's kind of obvious. So I have to say they, oh, wow, target, bullseye right there. So I'm sure I can't be the only one that this has been going on. And I have no problem with people asking me out. That's just human nature, right? And I'm not saying, oh, somebody asked me out, they've got to be evil. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about specific situations. That's not what I'm talking about. That's not what I'm talking about. Men can be attracted, I've been married and divorced before. I've had no shortage of men that were not predators. So I'm not saying all women who have children are going to attract predators. You are going to attract predators, but doesn't mean that you're going to end up with the predator, right? Because hopefully we're smart enough to weed these people out, or at least our spidey senses are working, or we'll hope God will show us a sign to maybe not let us go there, right? So in no way am I telling you, if you're a woman out there with a special needs child, that you can't get a good man. That's not what I've got. Lots of good men. That's not true. So I'm talking about specific situations, creepy situations, predatory situations, things like that. Like just creepy situations. I wanted to talk, just let me quickly just say this. This has nothing to do with the events. There are a lot of people on my channel that are not using their real names, which I encourage you to not use your real name on social media because there are a lot of weirdos. So, a lot of women go by male names on my channel, and I know them personally. I know these women. Some of them are my cousins. Some of them are friends I've had over the years. Some of them are ex-coworkers from like old jobs that I had like 15, 20 years ago. Some of them are my ex-in-laws. I'm good friends with almost all of my ex-in-laws. Yeah. So they'll have like a name, like they might have the name Michael, they might have the name Bob, they might have the name, Emmanuel, there's a Keyshawn, there's different male names, but they are women behind, it's a woman doing it. They'll be like, hey, sexy, what's up? Or they'll be like, hey, baby cakes, I'll see you tonight at 5. And I'll write, sure thing, honey pie, or whatever I write. Or they'll be like, love you, long time, wink, wink. And I'll be like, love you too, long time, wink, wink. Those are not my men. So I've had people email me saying, hey, I've liked you for 8 years now, for 6 years now, and you've never given me a chance, but you sure seem hot and heavy, and they'll send me a screenshot of the comment. Little do they know that's my sister-in-law. Little do they know that's literally my little cousin. So yeah, even my mom has like some fake accounts, but they're girl accounts. But my mom even has like fake screen names, but they're girl screen names. But yeah, so people just write weird. It's like we consider it funny. I know not everybody has the same humor that I have, but we consider it funny. So just anybody who's like getting up in arms and they're like, I thought you, jamiezebra23, I thought you said you weren't dating. I tried, I waited, and now you're dating somebody. Like, everybody chill out. There's nothing, like, nothing's happening over here. I'm literally doing fall over here. That's all I'm doing. Not that it's anybody's business and not that I have to answer to anyone, but yeah. Oh, before I get off, I want to point out one more thing. So some of you ladies maybe think like I do. In my, like, how you see yourself versus how other people see you may be completely opposite. How I see myself is the old woman who lived in the shoe. That's how I view myself. That's how I see myself, is the old woman that lived in the shoe. My ex-husband had to point out to me 2 weeks ago. He goes, really, you really think that you're an elderly lady with a cane, don't you? He goes, you really don't see how people see you.
No. Yeah.
I was like, what does that mean? What do you mean? He goes, when you are chatting and laughing with people, they think you're flirting. Both men and women think you're flirting. He goes, that could be why you're having all this drama. It never really occurred to me. The thing is frozen, but it says the time is going, so I think I'm going to keep talking. It looks like it's frozen. It never occurred to me that people were taking it that I was flirting. So that's something else I'm going to work on. So ladies out there, maybe if it's the same thing with you, maybe if you talk to somebody or you giggle or you laugh or, you know, you're friendly, they're going to take it as that you're flirting. So, I mean, do with that what you will, but it was food for thought because I know my ex-husband, we get along very well. We have a brother-sister relationship. Like, since we've been divorced, you know, we're friends. We treat each other with love and respect. There's no envy. There's no drama. There's no jealousy. There's no weirdness. You know, the children are our priority. We want to see each other do well because if we're both doing well, then the children are doing well. So it wasn't him trying to be like a hater, like, oh yeah, I don't want you talking to anybody. Haha. I think he was just trying to help me to be more aware. And maybe it's true. So if you find yourself in these situations, maybe do a little bit of self-reflection or not. You know, people could just be nuts and there's nothing you do or say that can stop them from being nuts, right? So I'm in no way victim blaming or saying anything like that, but just times are changing quickly. And let's hope that things return to normal sometime soon. Yeah, so this video is more like awareness. So I don't want to be flooded with emails saying, oh my God, Jamie, are you okay? I am more than okay. I'm very blessed. I live an amazing life. I'm completely safe. I've got safety measures all through my house. We're good. Safety measures outside of my home. We're good. Everything's okay. Life is good. I am in no way harmed. I'm not scared. I'm not worried. Nothing's going on. All is well. I'm just discussing incidents that have occurred and me thinking like, wow, even a year ago, this wasn't happening. Even 2 years ago, this wasn't happening. Even 3 years ago, this wasn't happening. And when I say wasn't happening, I mean on a regular basis. Whereas, yes, I did have that guy who's been watching my channel since 2016 come to my house, stalk me, harass me. Yes, that did happen, but that was an incident, one incident. Well, it was an ongoing incident, but you know, it was a one-person thing. You know, it was the same person doing it, but this is like multiple different people. So hopefully that makes sense. All right, guys, jamiezebra23.com to talk for now. Love you long time.